this video, we'll look at L'Hopital's rule, or L'Hopital's rule, depending on the way you pronounce it. L'Hopital's rule essentially says that we can take the limit of a rational expression, meaning a function that has a fraction in it, by taking the derivative of the numerator and the derivative of the denominator. Now, one condition that L'Hopital's rule does have is that when you do direct substitution, you get an indeterminate form. Let me show you here in example 1 what I mean by this. If we substitute in 0 for x, we would get sine of 0 over 0. Sine of 0 is 0. So notice that we get 0 over 0, which is called an indeterminate form. This tells us that L'Hopital's rule will in fact work here. So we'll take the derivative of the numerator and the denominator separately. Derivative of sine is cosine of x. Derivative of x is 1. And now we can substitute in 0 for x. So we get cosine of 0 divided by 1. Cosine of 0 being 1, we get 1 as our answer here. But again, L'Hopital's rule will not work unless direct substitution yields an indeterminate form. Let's check number 2 here. First, we'll do direct substitution. E to the 0 minus 1 divided by 2 times 0. We remember that anything to the 0 power is 1, so e to the 0 is also 1. 2 times 0 would be 0. So we get that indeterminate form once again of 0 over 0. We'll use L'Hopital's rule then to solve our limit. The derivative of e to the x is e to the x. The derivative of 1 is 0. Denominator, the derivative of 2x would just be 2. And now we can use direct substitution again. So we have e to the 0 minus 0 divided by 2. And again, anything to the 0 power being 1, we get 1 minus 0 divided by 2, which would be 1/2.